Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking process video to share with you for the Scrapbook Nerd online shop and blog. And today I'm going to be doing a mixed media background using a bunch of Vicki Boutin products. I'm going to start off here with a Basil Marshmallow cardstock base, and I'm going to use this Crafter's Workshop stencil called, I think it's called Skylight. It's one of the 6x6 stencils. And what I'm going to do is take some of the Vicki Boutin matte acrylic gel medium, and I'm going to run a really thin layer of this acrylic medium through the stencil just to create a little bit of a border on three sides of my layout. So you're just seeing me here. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And like I said, I don't want to get it on there too thick because it does take a little bit of time to dry. And I wanted to be able to just kind of keep working as quickly as I could on the layout without having to wait too long. So you'll just see me continue that around those sides. I am working on my Heidi Swap craft mat. This is a mixed media mat. I really like it. It's made out of silicone and it just cleans up really super easy. I like using this underneath my work when I think to put it under there because it really protects my table. Now I am going to go in with some of the Vicki Boutin art crayons and the stencil brush. And with those art crayons, you get that piece of acetate that I just scribbled the art crayon onto. And you can then just go over that with the stencil brush, and that stencil brush picks the pigment up so nicely of the crayon there. And then you just go over top of that gel medium, which is now dry. And you can see how it just, that gel medium just pops so nicely that you've put onto your layout with the stencil. Now, if you haven't watched Vicki Boutin's Facebook Lives on Friday night, if you don't follow Vicki on Facebook, first of all, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, make sure that you check out her mixed media community. It's amazing. And on Fridays, she does live videos of different techniques. And this is a technique that she's shown on her channel before. And it is really super cool. And it's just a really fun way to create your own unique background. And the beautiful thing about her collections is that they are complete. You know, you've got the papers, the ephemera, the stencils, all the mixed media products, everything that you need to create beautiful work. And so I'm using a lot of her products on this layout here today. So this is another one of Vicki's stencils, and this is the script stencil. And I'm going to be using 3 or 4 of her stencils on this layout. This one is brand new, I believe, for the Field Notes collection. And it's just a series of, or the ones that I'm going to be using on this one anyways, are this series of different circles and sizes and patterns. And my color combo for this layout is going to be the turquoise, blues, purples, and greens, which is a lot of the colors that are in the Field Notes collection. So I'm just going to go in here and you'll just be able to see me adding a bunch of the different patterns in those stencils using that same technique over and over again with just some different colors and different stencils. Now, I do have to apologize to my subscribers because I have been a little bit incognito lately. Just a lot of stuff going on. We traveled to Ontario this past weekend to visit our son for 4 days. He plays with the orchestra in Kingston, and we really wanted to, before he is done in Kingston, he's he's a student at Queen's right now, but when he's finished there, we really, you know, he'll be moving on, I believe, at least I think that's his plan. And at this point, he's still playing with the orchestra there, and we just didn't want to miss a chance to hear him play. So we traveled there this weekend, and I've just been busy with work and packing up the house and just a lot of things going on. It's report card time at school and so on and so forth. So I really haven't had a chance to get creative and crafty much lately, and I've really been missing it for sure. Now I'm just taking a wet wipe, which I have actually squeezed a lot of the moisture out of into a paper towel, and I'm just going in here and I'm picking up some of the pigment off of that acrylic gel just to vary the color a little bit, make it look a little bit more distressed. And I like how that looks. Now I'm taking another one of the stencils and I'm taking more of the art crayon, and I'm just going to create more patterns here with the blues from the collection. And a lot of the embellishments and papers I'm going to be using are the different colors of blue that are in the field notes. Now I love these two photos of Jordan. I think they're adorable. What Snapchat did recently was they came out with a filter that you could apply to your cat or your pet, and I thought that was really cute. So these are the pictures I'm going to be scrapping today. Now you saw that I did have a cut file trimmed out there that was from Just Next Studio that I had cut as part of a project that I was working on, and I didn't use that specific piece, and I thought I might use it here, but it just wasn't quite the right size. And here you can see that I've just ripped a couple of strips from some of the field notes paper, and I'm going to run that on the vertical just on the left side of the paper. Now I'm going to take a bunch of the die cut pieces and just kind of sort of decide how I want, what orientation I want the photos to be in, and where some of the die cuts might go and that kind of thing. I'm experimenting a little bit. Like I said before, I really didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do here. Now I'm going to my Vicki Boutin watercolors here, and I'll explain those foil spots here in a minute. I am just going to do a little bit of splatters with a couple of the colors of the watercolor that are going to complement the color scheme I have going on here. Now the foiling that you can see there, I just went in with some of the Thermoweb foil gel, and I put that down through that same stencil that I used for the acrylic gel. And then I added some of the Gina K fancy foils in turquoise sea to a few areas. So I'm actually going to end up covering up the ones on the left side because that's where those paper pieces are going to go. But I am going to use 3 of the other foil areas as homes for clusters that I'm going to add to the layout. So I just ran this through my Royal laminator and added that foiling on there. I just thought it looked really cool. I took a class at Crop and Create a couple of weekends ago with Nicole Noasad that was so much fun, and it was adding foiling to your layouts. What we did wasn't like what I've done here. It was different. It looked pretty cool. I will share some of my projects that I did at Crop and Create, hopefully, in a video if I get around to it. I'm not really sure how that's going to go. I may or may not have a chance to do that, but just telling you, one of the classes that I took was with foiling, and it was amazing. If you've never taken a class from Nicole, she is an incredibly awesome teacher, and she's I mean, obviously very, very creative. So it was a lot of fun, and we did some really neat things with foiling on our scrapbooking layouts. So you can see that foil in those 3 areas. I'm going to use those 3 different spots as, like I said, my embellishment cluster homes, so that the foil will just kind of peek out from around there. Now I'm going to take my 2 4x3 photographs here, and I'm going to do a little bit of matting. This is some black script paper from Vicki's first line, All the Good Things. And I'm just going to do a really thin matte around my photographs here. I love this paper. I wish I had about 10 sheets of it. It's really cool. It's great for doing all kinds of things with your layouts when you want a little pop of black on there. And so I did want that, just so that my photographs really pop off the layout. And you can see that I've added a little strip of that black over to the left side as well. This little circular die cut from the Field Notes collections in the little embellishments pack, the die cut pack. And I'm going to have that just as a little embellishment here between my 2 photos. So what I decided to do was pop these 2 photos up onto some craft foam just to give them some dimension. And then I'm going to just kind of offset them a little bit, but I'm going to go sort of in a vertical line from top to bottom again to go in line with those paper strips on the left. So doesn't this mixed media just look so cool? I love creating these mixed media backgrounds. They're so much fun. And you know what, if you've never done it before, don't be afraid of it. It's something that, you know, you just you try it, you you know, you do some, just play around with it on some scrap cardstock that you have and check out some of the different techniques. Like I said, definitely watch Vicky's Facebook Lives because she will teach you a ton of different techniques on there. And of course, her products are amazing to work with. And you know what have found is that her products are a really awesome price point. So I know that a lot of the different things are in the Scrapbook Nerd shop. So if you want to check out what they have, I will leave the link in the description box below so that you can head over there and check out some of Vicky's mixed media products that they have in stock. So I'm just getting a little bit of liquid adhesive onto the back of my photos, using my T-square just to make sure that they're lined up there. And I'm just going to go into Vicky's collection there and see what else I can add to the layout. So you'll just see me trying a lot of different things here and there, and just kind of auditioning some different bits and pieces, the chipboard and some of the different stickers, the puffy stickers and so on, and adding just a few embellishments. But I don't end up adding a whole lot more to the layout. I kept it pretty simple. I was under a time crunch for sure when I was working on this, and I actually really like this layout. I would have liked to have had a little bit more time to dedicate to working on it and kind of adding a few different things to it, but I like how it turns out in the end. And you don't need to add a ton of stuff for the layout to look nice anyways. So like I said, I wanted to just see if I could add some of the chipboard, and I'm going into the chipboard sheets here. The chipboard for the collection has 2 sheets in one pack, and there's a lot of really cool little bits and pieces in this collection of chipboard stickers. It's very unique, very different and interesting. That's what I find about Vicky's collections too, is that she's got some really different things, some really interesting and unique pieces that I find super cool to work with. And I am going to end up using one of the puffy sticker phrases that's on the puffy sticker sheet as my title here, and it's going to say simple things. And really, I am going to journal on the back of the layout, not the front. And I'm just going to journal here about, you know, sometimes in life when you are working through tough times, or you know what, like you're trying to make the best, right? Trying to make the best of every single day. I think that's a really great message. And it's one of the things that I'm just going to journal about. Just, you know, so one of the things I'm really proud about my kids is how much resilience they have. And we talk about that a lot in education right now, because it seems to be one of the things with millennials that they have really lacked, and that's having resilience and grit. And we talk about that. We talk about that a lot actually with kids these days. And I'm really proud of my 2 kids. And here I am going to journal on the back just about how grateful I am that he has a lot of grit. He really does, and lots of resilience. And this is a gratitude layout. That's the theme. If I didn't say that at the very beginning, that's the theme over at Scrapbook Nerd this week. And so we're just kind of talking about, hey, we are thankful for some things in our life, a lot of things actually. And I think it's just a really good exercise to think about what you're grateful for on a daily basis. So I am going to just finish off here with a little die cut sticker that says love. I really like that. I didn't want to colorize it. I could have, Vicky has designed these so that you could add some color to them, but I just wanted to leave this white, and I'm going to add that underneath that green puffy sticker in that black circle frame there. And I like how that looks. Guys, that is the end of my layout here. I hope you enjoyed this. Please make sure you leave me a comment if you have any questions. And also please make sure that if you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you as a subby on my channel here. And thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and have an amazing day, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.